Hi Pisces, welcome to your April 2023 Life Sector Tarot reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. So these readings are purely tarot, so watch them for your sun, your moon and your ascendant so you get a clearer idea of how they're going to speak to you. Remember, they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what April has in store for you. So for your split these away from the Astro Tarot, when we go into the different sectors of your life, love, money, etc., because the Astro Tarot is too long. Too many people seem to have attention span issues. Right, so I've taken it out of there because they are very in-depth. It is quite a lot of information in those videos, so I want to make sure that you're getting all of the stuff that you got before in a format that you can digest. All right, with that, for your actions and plans, you have the Five of Pentacles. So to be honest with you, I don't feel like this is an issue around finances. I actually feel like this is a worry around finances. So for some of you, this could be like some kind of stress that's coming up over your job, over your money, your resources, or potentially some of the ideas that you're trying to set into motion. Now, what do you see there? You've got two threes. Two threes represents a calming influence, and that Three of Wands is the hope here, right? So whatever you're having to release this month, whatever you're having to let go of when it comes to your plans or certain ideas, it looks like some of you are having to shelve an idea. So something maybe that you wanted to move towards or start heading towards, maybe you have to put it on the back burner for now. And as much of a ball ache as that is, there are times where we have to put certain things on the back burner and say, look, you know what? There isn't the time, the energy, the resources, the capacity at the moment to deal with this or to do this thing. And I gotta be honest with you, this has happened to me just recently. And, sometimes it's really hard, especially when you're like, when you're really fired up about something and then you realize, actually, this is probably not the right moment to do this. All right. So whatever you are doing, just know that it's only a temporary reprieve. And not only that, it looks like the moment that you decide to put this thing on the back burner, you kind of take a minute and go, okay, I'm all right, I'm good, I can recoup. For your career and communications, you've got the Three of Pentacles. So what do we see here? We've got the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Three of Wands. 3 literally represents success, right? So I love it, I love it, I love it. Getting clued up is the process this month, right? When it comes to the career, the profession, or the academics with the High Priestess. So learning something in secret here, my dear Pisces, with the Page of Pentacles. So there is something that you're working on in the background, and you know what? It looks like it's probably just not ready yet. So maybe that's why it's like, maybe this is something you wanted to do now that you thought you were going to jump all in with, and then you realize actually this can't happen at this moment in time. So you know what? I'm going to take a back seat. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I actually really like this for getting extra help or support in the background. So this could be a teacher, a mentor, maybe a teaching assistant, or somebody that is, maybe even just a peer who is very intelligent or very good at what they do, looks to be saying to you, look, you know what, I will support you here. I'm going to help you here. But it's not so much that it can't be common knowledge. It's not like they're giving you any advantage, but they are helping you more than they are helping most other people. So if there's help available to you in that regard, take it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could be either a boss or a superior comes to you this month and says, look, we want to advance you, or we want to give you more money, or maybe we've got a project that we're going to start working on, but you can't talk about this at the moment. So whatever you're given, it's like you have to kind of, I've got a little paper cut on my hand. Whatever you're given, so funny, you don't even notice this stuff, and then you see your hand on camera, you're like, oh my god, what's that? yeah, it's like maybe a boss comes to you and says, look, we're going to start the process of this, but we it's not common knowledge at the moment, so keep your mouth stumm. When it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you are really working very hard on gathering or gaining new skills, new knowledge, or new insight in some way, shape, or form. What I love most about this for you is it's almost like you've got the inside track here somewhere. You've got that inside knowledge, that inside track. Maybe you've got the ear of somebody big in your particular industry. Maybe you are forging a partnership with somebody that is, potentially going to take you some places. I really, really like this, and I love it for gathering, gaining, or moving on or advancing current skill sets in some way that is, truly beneficial. And then if you're retired, this could literally show up as maybe you decide to start studying some course or some way to enhance your intuition. So this could be you really starting to think about where or how this could see you start to really think about where or how you can not only make more money, but not only enhance your intuition, but how you can start to really embody more of an intuitively guided existence. For your love and relations, so you've got the Seven of Swords, sorry to say, with the Page of Swords, okay, and the Fool card, right? So for a select few of you, not all of you, but I am going to tell you straight up, if you've had a problem or an issue with your partner in the past that revolves around them either cheating or stepping out, or maybe you found out they were talking to somebody, maybe they didn't cross the ultimate line, but they'd still come close enough as far as you're concerned. It looks like you've already forgiven them once. And to be honest with you, that Page of Swords next to the Fool, it's almost like some of you are rediscovering this and saying, you know what, I've been a fool, right? And because the thing is with the Fool card, yes, it's new things, new places, new people, new energies, etc. And very often it is an auspicious energy, but look at the cards it's attached to, right? You've got the Page of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Two pages represents disquiet, which means a hard conversation usually that's needing to be had. It's the Page of Swords, probably the most volatile of all of the pages to start with, and you've got it next to the Fool. So it's almost like this month you're saying to a partner or a significant other, you know what, I'm a fucking fool. I trusted you. I forgave you, I've given you and I'm catching you out in a lie once more. Where you go from here is completely up to you. I'm not here to tell you what you should or shouldn't do. What I am here to do is point out and offer you guidance. I'm really sorry if this is the case. For those of you that are in partnerships where that isn't the case, and there's been no cheating or anything like that, this could be that you discover you discover a lie that your partner has told, and it kind of sets you off in a way to say, no, this is not okay. So you have to kind of hash it out and talk it out. I really hope I'm wrong on this front, but and that's what I was going to say as well. The other thing with the Fool card, yes, it has lots of positive meanings, but in its more challenging energy, it's nescience, right? Well, that's not a challenging energy, but it can represent naivety, where you are being foolish or you're playing the fool. And so, there's a potential for that. Now, if you're not in that kind of relationship, like I said, it's potentially that you're discovering the partner in a lie. And you're like, why? Like, what was the point of this? Like, really, what did you expect to come out of it? And it might be something like, when you hear it, you might be like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, what are you, 4 years old? Like, it's kind of like one of those things, when you make a mistake. This has happened to me a lot recently. When you make a mistake with something, and then, like, let's say you spill water on something, and then you're frantic and you're like, oh my gosh, and in the process of that you end up dropping the whole cup, right? So it's like, in trying to make something better, you actually make it worse. And I feel like this is probably the thing. Maybe they've overspent on some money, maybe they've done something that has kind of gone in the face of plans that you guys had for the future, something along those lines potentially. And then finally, for those of you that are single and looking, look, you could be talking to someone at the moment, probably online. And if this is the case, Seven of Swords with the Page of Swords, be very careful. I'm just going to tell you straight up, the chances are you don't know this person well enough. And to be honest with you, I mean, the Page of Swords on its own can be somebody that talks shit. And coupled with the Seven of Swords and the Fool, this could be somebody that's literally just stringing you along, or is saying all the right things, but it's like you've never met them. And I'm going to say it again, right? For those of you that are new and haven't been to my channel before, I'm going to tell you straight up. It's 2023, right? Everybody is permanently attached to their phones. If you out here being catfished in 2023, Rafi got no sympathy for you, right? If you're talking to someone, you want voice notes, you want to be Zooming them or FaceTime or WhatsApp video call or whatever. If you're dating someone or you're talking to someone online and you ain't actually spoken to them in real person, real time, in 2023, you out here being catfished. It's not about it, all right? Get it together. Now, soapbox moment over. For your money and materials, you got the Judgment card. Big changes coming to the finances this month with the King of Pentacles. Get your money, honey. I love it, all right? That's a big financial change that is coming up. So potentially, whatever financial losses or projects that don't go ahead, the resources are going up. I like this, right? I like this a lot. Now, it could be an earth sign male, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo that could help you with this. Because he falls right next to the Fool, this is likely to be somebody that you haven't met yet or somebody that you don't know. Then you've got the Page of Wands. So you're getting some creative idea is really helping you boost your finances, and potentially for those of you that are interested, you could be getting involved in or with the hospitality industry in some way to end up making more money. For some of you, maybe it's a side gig. For some of you, maybe it's like a part-time gig. Maybe, and for some of you, this is straight up just like a change, and potentially a big change to the finances. For some of you, this could literally be a promotion. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love this for a stronger sense of health and vitality. I also like this for those of you that have had problems or issues with a chronic health issue. I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but I like this for reversing that or finding some resolution for it. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment sector, this is good news about the home that you're in. So maybe you have your home valued and you realize it's gone up a crazy amount. Maybe your landlord comes to you and says, look, you know what, you're a really good tenant, we want to keep you on. Maybe, just maybe, your landlord comes to you and says, look, I'm selling the property, but I'd actually really like to offer you first refusal. So that could be really great. It is the Judgment card, which does suggest potentially either a move or a change to the location through that. Because, let's say you're not in a position to buy and they say, look, we're going to sell, and the person that's purchasing the property doesn't necessarily want a lodger because they just want to live in it. It's possible, so it will be interesting to see how it plays out. Either way, I feel like it will still be very good news for you. And if you're looking for a place to live, to rent, etc., or even to buy, this is a very good energy for it. Remember though, we do have a Mercury retrograde this month, so just be careful around communications and contracts. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments, how does it shape up? Take care, and I'll see you soon.